Hey guys, welcome back to Buried Lumber. Matthew and I greatly appreciate you tuning in. It's a beautiful Monday morning for us, kind of cool, fall, crisp weather. Still breaking a sweat already. We got started on this project and forgot to start filming, so we're kind of in the middle of step one. So we're going to come back and we'll get you up to date on what we're doing today. Okay guys, like I said, appreciate you tuning in. It's Monday morning. Had a customer come by Saturday in bad need of some 1.5-inch red oak steps, stair treads. Finished up a job they're working on. He wanted a little better than what I have, to be honest with you, but he's willing to make it work because he can't find it anywhere else. It has been cut and properly kiln dried, so it meets those requirements. Grade wise, it's not super grade. If you look at it right now, it looks pretty gnarly. This piece is not too bad. This has got a big heart check in it. We're going to square one edge because we saw it all live edge, so we're putting it up on the mill, putting the square edge on one side, and the ones that have the big crack in them, we're going to go ahead and kind of flatten the top because his maximum width is 12 inches what he needs. Once we get that done, we're going to run them through our Grizzly planer. He wants to keep them as thick as possible just to get the top surface pretty. Now to do that, we have to plane the bottom as well, but we're going to take very little off the bottom, take most of it off the top, and he's going to take them home and make something beautiful out of them. That's why we're in business, people. I love sawing. I love making money. That's kind of the goal. We're here. We got to make money, feed my family, feed Matthew's family, pay all the people that we owe money to. But I enjoy doing woodwork, sawing, drying, and finished processing for somebody to take home and put in their house. Because I know what they're going to do for the next 30 years. If somebody says something about their beautiful staircase, well, we got that from Buried Lumber, you know. I don't want them to sneer or snicker or turn their head when they say that. I want them to be proud of it, that we give them a quality product. Now, I can't tell you what this wood's going to do. I get people all the time ask questions, you know, how's it going to dry? Buddy, I don't know. Wood's wood. God made it. It'll do what it wants to do. We do best practices. You know, if it hadn't cracked and split by now, it's probably not going to. But when you cut green oak, we cut this. It was beautiful. Some of the prettiest stuff we ever saw. It dried poorly. Just the way it happens. Like cherry. I don't saw cherry for that reason. It always seems to dry poorly. But we're going to make something out of it. Customer got a good deal. They're happy with it. So we got to finish our part this morning. Be some time lapse here. Okay, YouTube malfunction. No big deal. It happens. So what we're going to do, we're going to lay these up here and we'll kind of balance them to where we're taking a flat cut to leave as much wood as possible. We're stacking them over here in a pile. Then we'll get our Grizzly planer out and we're going to run them through a few passes. So unfortunately it'll be a lot of time lapse. We can't talk over this big old blower and sawmill running, but we'll stop where it's necessary. So hang on and we're going to get back to work. Okay guys, we're back. Hope you enjoyed sawing that on the mill. You can see how Matthew and I were kind of trying to balance left to right to save as much as possible. He has a parallel edge, but it's not square to the face because the boards had a little bow in them. But once we get them flat, he can run through his table saw and make that pure, perfect 9-degree corner he's looking for. But he needed a good straight edge to start with. So that's what he gave him. We gave him. Some of them we've cut both sides. Like this last one, you know, we ended up with 14.25 inches. He's cutting them down to 12. So he's got 2 square edges to work with. They're parallel to one another. They're not parallel, they're not square to the face. Now, we're gonna run through our planer. Y'all, if you've watched our channel, you know we got this 20-inch helical head Grizzly planer. Model number GO45Z. If you look at them in the catalog, they still sell them today. They're excellent pieces of equipment. If you don't have at least a 15, 16-inch wide planer around your mill, I'd highly recommend the Grizzly one. We have a molder planer, does exceptional work. I don't know if they make one that can handle this size material. You know, 14, 16 inches wide, 20 inches wide, 2-inch thick oak. It's hard. There's some old machines out there that can handle that. This newer modern Grizzly, and there's Woodmaster, some other planers, but I prefer the Grizzly for the price point over quality and satisfaction of it. And the spiral head cutter is an excellent upgrade as long as you're not wanting show quality finish. If you want that, buy 2 of them. Buy one to hog it off real quick and then run it through your blade planer to get that show quality finish. But that's not what we're looking for here. We're wanting to rough it down, get it smooth. Our first task is to get them all the same thickness. So we're gonna go through, pick out the face side. We'll flip them over, and I'll probably run the face side with the crown up instead of the crown down. Because if you can see this board, it's humped up in the heart, and that's what we're gonna cut off first. That'll become the top. And once we get them all the same thickness, it'll probably take at least 4 passes because some of them's flat, some of them's cupped. We like to stay above, you know, 1.5 inches. Like to stay at 1.75 inches, but I think that's fairy tale land. It's probably going to be 1.5 inches, 1.5 best we can do. So it'll just be a lot of us going back and forth. You'll see it. We appreciate you watching, guys. It's just a time-consuming process. What do you figure? 20 minutes to an hour. Well, to run them all one pass, probably 30 minutes at least, because if we stick it in there and it won't fit, we'll back it up 2 or 3 turns, get it to fit, run it through there, and then we'll come back a turn and a half, run it again, come back a turn and a half, run it again. Because our goal is to get them all to a uniform thickness. So the next pass, we can take a turn and a half and just run them through. Enough talking, let's get to work. Okay guys, that was more fun than it should have been. Those boards were bowed badly, but one thing you can do to try to speed up the process is what Matthew and I done. We took the first board and we planed and flipped and planed and flipped, planed and flipped till I got a number that I was pretty happy with, somewhere around 1 7/8, and that was our 0 number. So when we did every other board after that, we would count the turns that we backed up. The 4 turns, 6 turns, 8 turns. I think the worst one we went up 12 turns. And we would run it through, come back, turn it 10, run it through 8, you know, just till we got them all back down to our 0 number. And that's where we're at now. This is always the hardest part, especially with thick bowed lumber. It's all at technically 0. So what we'll probably do on the next pass is go down 1 turn and cut the face, go down 1 turn, turn it over and cut the backside, and then we'll back it up to 0 and do the same thing with the next board. That'll keep us, Matthew and I, from handling it so many times. While we got it over here, it's a whole lot easier to back it up and run a second pass through it. So I am needing something to drink, so we're going to take 5 minutes and we'll be right back. Okay, guys, sorry about that delay. Had a customer drive up, need to get some stuff. So we're about halfway through. We got it down to 1.5 inches. I'd like to go a little further, but I'm not going to do it till the customer looks at it. He wanted to try to stay at 1.5 inches, so we're going to stop at 1.5 inches. And if he wants to go a little more, Matthew and I'll come back and run it again. So we've got about 7 or 8 more we're going to run and wrap this up. So hang on, let's make some noise. That's it. 13.5 red oak slabs. Like I said, these 2 stacks are great just like they are. This one that had some problem childs in it, that didn't completely clear. I'm gonna call the customer and let him make a game day decision whether he wants to take a little more off. He knows how many stair treads he needs. And some of these will do 2, so I'll let him do the math. If he wants to leave it like it is, he can take it home. If he wants to do a little more, Matthew and I'll run it through the planer once, twice more. 1 turn on this is equaling out right about a 1/16. So if we take 2 more passes, he'll go from 1.5 inches to 1 3/8 stuff. So that'll be the customer's call. Anything else, Matthew? As you can tell, the second, third pass was a whole lot easier. That first go around with that wood with the heart punked up on it, it's a challenge. We was working hard. I broke a good sweat pushing them through there. The last 2 little passes we made there, most of the time you just stand there waiting on it to come through. That's the nature of the beast. That's why you like to take a cut, turn it over, take a cut, turn it over. If you'll take from the top and the bottom equally, your board will get flat, and the pinch rollers in that machine will help pull it through. So that's going to do it for today's video, guys. It's just another good excuse to have an extra piece of equipment around your mill. This has been a money maker. You know, it was expensive when I bought it, but the things we bought since then, it's not that much money, and it's paid for itself time and time again being here. It won't leave. We'll keep a planer. Even though we got a nice winding motor planer over here, it can do an 8-inch wide board. It can't handle this. I wouldn't want to stick this through it. This is rough. But, and the thing we're learning about the motor planer, you get one shot. You know, you're taking the top, the bottom, both sides at the same time. So when you put it through there, you better have it lined up like you want it, because what comes out the other end is what you get. But we're learning. Promise lots of videos to come on that, a little more in depth with the detail or a setup, you know, what we're thinking, what we're doing, but that'll come at a later date. We're done with this project. Guys, as always, we appreciate you watching. Big shout out to Joe Maine. We're not sawing today, but if you need any saw blades, Joe works for Mizer. His contact info will be in the description. Give him a call. He can actually sell you a mill now. He's not a salesman per se, I guess, but if he can't sell it to you, he can put you in touch with somebody that can. He can answer a lot of your questions. He is a wood miser blade expert, so give him a call. Shout out to Matthew and Solomon doing our videos. Don't forget to check out Solomon at Third Beard Fishing and his Eastern Florida Pythons. So that's going to do it for today. We're going to get out of here and go get a bite of lunch. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you back at the mill.
Thank you for watching. Here's a video selection and a playlist suggestion. Click here to subscribe for more great content. We'll see you at the mill.